Hi guys, in the last video we learned the sentence, the types of sentences. There were 4 types of sentences. We learned the first type of sentence, that is assertive sentence. Now in this video we are going to learn second type of sentence, and that is interrogative sentence. It is also known as question. What is an interrogative sentence? Look at that. A sentence that asks a question is called interrogative sentence. If there is a question, then it is called interrogative sentence. It ends with a question mark. Every interrogative sentence ends with a question mark. Look at this. Look at some examples. When is your birthday? Question mark is there. Have you finished your homework? Question mark is there. So these are the examples of questions or interrogative sentence. Now, interrogative sentences has 2 types. The first one is WH question. Now what is meant by WH question? First of all, it starts with WH words. If the question starts with WH word and in the last there is a question mark, then such type of questions are called WH questions. Now which are the WH words? Look at that. What, when, why, who, where, whose, whom, how, and which. These are the WH words. While answering these type of questions, we have to provide some information there. Look at that. This is very important point. In the answer section of WH question, we have to provide some information. Now, let's see some examples of WH questions and its structure. Now, let's see the examples of WH questions. First example, what are you doing? It starts with WH word ending with a question mark. In the same way, when is your birthday? It starts with WH word ending with question mark. These are the examples of WH question. Now let's see the structure of WH question. In the beginning, there is a WH word. Then there is auxiliary verb. Then subject, followed by main verb. Then if there is object, then the object is there. And last one is the question mark. Now let's see second type of interrogative sentence, and that is verbal question. Verbal question is also known as yes-no type question. Let's see what is meaning by a verbal question. It starts with auxiliary verb. Look at that. The difference between WH question and verbal question. WH question starts with WH words. Verbal question starts with auxiliary verbs. Understand? Now, which are the auxiliary verbs? The auxiliary verbs are am, is, are, do, does, did, have, has, had, shall, will, can, may, etc. These are the auxiliary verbs. Verbal questions are answered with yes or no. Look at that. In the WH question, we have to provide some information. In verbal question, you don't have to provide any information there. You have to just say yes or no. And that is the reason why these types of questions are called yes-no type question. Understand? Now let's see the structure of verbal question. In the verbal question, it starts with auxiliary verb, which already mentioned here, then followed by the subject. Next is main verb, followed by object, and lastly there is question mark. For example, does she like to read storybooks? Look at that. It starts with auxiliary verb, ending with a question mark. So this is a verbal question. Have you joined the English class? It starts with have, auxiliary verb, and ending with question mark. And that is the reason why these are verbal questions. Now, today we learn about interrogative sentence, means question, in detail. And its two types, WH question and verbal question. Thank you.